Alright, welcome everybody to another Asian Robot video. Please excuse the accent, I've been talking to the locals all morning. Alright, so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm actually going to dissect a build that I saw on Reddit. I've often been trying to prove the point that I've been making, that the people on Reddit don't actually play the game and they don't actually know what they're doing. I'm going to demonstrate exactly why I say that. So this is a build created by a guy on Reddit, right? He's got a level 18 sword. He's only reforged once, but he's already got Urska, Torgadoro. He's got all this stuff. So he basically got carried to get all this equipment. Either that or he bought an account. But he created a build and posted it on Reddit where he's got 6 Assassin's Frenzy, 6 Blade Storm, 6 Energized, 6 Sharpened, 3 Etheric Attunement, 3 Assassin's Vigor, 3 Knockout King, 3 Overpower. Now, the build is terrible. He did say that this is a high part damage sword build meant to lop off parts. Good for farming or getting a ton of quick, decent damage. Right? It's the first ever build he made, so go easy on him. Again, first ever build, but he's already got legendary equipment. Again, I don't know how these people do it. Most of the people that I've talked to that actually play Dauntless from the ground up, and sorry about the camera shake. I'm going to get a tripod from Harvey Norman next week, and that will stop the camera from shaking because this desk is not really stable. I just bought a cheap one. But anyway, that's not the issue here. So Reddit was giving him advice saying you've basically got no base damage, which is true. He's got to replace Blade Storm, Assassin's Frenzy, all that kind of stuff in there. And this guy actually made this Echo Pro Ra said that I did notice that he wasn't killing behemoths as fast as usual. Why does he need crit cells and all that? Like, why are you making a build or trying to showcase anything to anyone, all right, when you don't actually have any experience with the game? This just further solidifies the point that I'm trying to make. A lot of people that will be posting on Reddit and posting in the official Discord, they don't actually play the game. They don't actually know what they're doing. So I'm going to show you how to fix something as trashed here as this. So I've recreated the build on my own character. I can't believe I had to dirty my character with this terrible build, but here it is. All right, it's replicated exactly. We've got Assassin's Frenzy 6, Blade Storm 6, Energized 6, Sharpened 6, Etheric Attunement 3, Assassin's Vigor 3, Knockout King, Overpower. So you got all that. All right, let's see. Now, I've got a level 9 sword, all right? And the base DPS is different from the part damage, all right? This is something I want to highlight to you. Every time you swing, and I just wanted to get rid of the Pangar's effect. Now let's let the DPS counter restart. When you've got something like Blade Storm and Sharpened, if you look at my guide on how damage works in Dauntless, and you can look at that video because I've made it already, your part damage increase does not increase your core damage. So your part damage is increased by Sharpen and all that. It'll help you break parts, but you're not increasing your core damage, which means you do not have a kill time with the behemoths. Instead, what I've done is and he's using Iceborne as his Omnicell, which is just terrible. So what I've done is I've actually recreated this whole, and again, I apologize for the butchered accent. Once I start talking to the locals, I end up talking like this. It'll take a while to fix, but we just finished up at the car dealership, so you're just gonna have to put up with it for a little while. So I've got the Hypothermica here, right? And what I want to go through with this build is that this is how to build a proper build, and I'm going to show you a way that you can actually create something that's practically a flawless build on the sword, and it's only possible on the sword, and I'm going to show you the trick to doing it. All right, and how to swing this around if you're not so good with flawless. But anyway, I'll get into that in a second. All right, so first thing you want to see here, right, is you've got the Hypothermica. Oh, sorry, yeah, my cam's removed. Good. So I don't have 2 screens, so I can't really tell. Hypothermica comes from the Urska. All right, you've got a Cunning Cell and an Energized Cell here. Avenging Overdrive should be your special because that's the ideal special for the sword. Mending Blade Core is actually what you want. Now, a lot of people use Recursive Hilt for the damage, but if you're going to run Adrenaline on the sword, all right, this will continuously restore your stamina. So although you're getting your Valor back, it's really not helpful. And by using the Mending Blade Core, you can basically play a half flawless style. Even if you've got Predator, even if you take a hit here and there, right? The extra burst damage from Predator will just help you get through most of the fights. So we're going to actually show you that. All right, you've got Bastion for your Omnicell, and you've got Skarn's Defiance with a Zeal Cell right here. All right, so that's your Lantern of choice. Time Weave Helm with a Predator Cell. Now, this is if you're good with Predator. If you're not good with Predator, I'm going to show you how you can adjust that. But Scrave Wing Jacket with Adrenaline Cell, since everybody wants to use Adrenaline on the sword. I don't recommend Adrenaline on the sword. I personally never use Adrenaline on the sword. But if you want to, all right, I'm just going to show you this particular style of stacking the maximum possible damage on the sword. All right, you've got your Torquedora's Bronze, you have Overpower, which is really useful. Berserker Cell here. And you've got Thrax's Gar with a Galvanized Cell right here. So this is if you're decent with flawless play. Now, why I've got only +3 Zeal is because Zeal at +6 only gains an extra 30%. I'd rather have the Energize. People always say Energize is useless. I don't believe that, and I will show you why. You just get your specials up so much faster. Don't forget that special not only increases your base damage, but also increases your special charge rate and attack speed. This is also very important because while you're in the special, you can still gain special energy, especially if you're using Avenging Overdrive, and the additional Energize just helps you keep it up for a lot longer, especially if the behemoth moves, something like that. You've got the extra attack speed and the parries for longer. All right, now I'm going to show you how to adjust this build. If you don't want to play fully flawless, right, you can adjust it really simply. Just take the Dark Watch here, all right, so you put in an additional Berserker Cell. Then down here, what you want to do is you want to put the Strider Thorns, right? And you take one of the Energized Cells out of the, you take the Energized Cell out of the weapon and you put it here, right? So now you've still got +6 Cunning, but you're missing your +3 Galvanized. That goes here instead. And this will be less reliant on flawless play. Now, I'm actually going to be playing this version because I don't really like flawless play. Your Predator's only at +3, but your Berserker's now gone up to +6, all right? Honest to God, if you play the flawless version, you'll do a lot more damage, but I'll just show you this version because it's easier. All right, let's go to Hunting Grounds. Now, first things first, all right, we're going to change over to this guy's build, right? We're going to go we're going to go to where an Asian robot build would normally perform. Asian robot builds always perform above their level, so we're going to go to the Snowblind Waste right there. All right, and we're going to go in and we're just going to do our usual thing. And yeah, we're going to lay the smack down on these creatures. So let me put my cam back up so you can see my face. I hope that this video is helpful to people because, again, you know, I've had a lot of people, especially on Reddit, like there's this person that said I'm universally hated or whatever. I really don't give a damn if I'm universally hated, but if you're going to say something like that, you know, what I would say is that if you're going to tell somebody that I'm universally hated and not ever give them any facts, at least show them my channel, let them see for themselves, let them decide for themselves. Because if you're going to go to war with me like this, then I'm just going to present everything that's going to make you look bad. Now, I've held back, all right? I've held back for a very long time, but I decided that, you know what? I should show that these people are talking out of their ass. So, with this build, right, we're gonna give it a bit of an easy challenge. We're level 9. So we'll go up against a level 13 Riftstalker. Yeah, this is the dude's build. Of course, the dude was asking for advice or whatever, so I don't expect the build to be good, but we can sort of get through it, so we will do that. Now, with Iceborne, of course, you're going to have a lot of benefit from the fact that, you know, you're going to have the benefit of not being killed so easily, but, now, I don't know if he was using Avenging Overdrive, but I'm gonna make full use of it shortly. There we go. The kill time is fairly slow on this. Like, you could do it a lot faster with an Asian robot build. If anyone's got a timer, you might want to time how long this is taking. So once it goes into this, you know, you will probably want to parry. There we go. And most of the base damage that you're going to get is directly from the sword itself. So you're not actually getting anything extra on top of it, right? So that's making you really slow. And again, I'm sorry about the camera shaking. I do sincerely apologize for that. Once I get the tripod, it'll stop. So just bear with it. Try not to look too much at the camera if that bothers you. But the good thing about this build, and I would say the only good thing about this build, is that once you've got the +6 Energize combined with the Assassin's Frenzy helps you reach the maximum, like close to the maximum attack speed cap. And you also get your special back really easily, which makes it easy to parry attacks. So that's the positive of this build. And you do break parts pretty quickly. So that's also another positive. But again, you know, I don't know if a lot of people would be like doing maximum damage with this. So I guess if you're trying to lower your DPS and do that, you know, then this is perfectly fine for you. All right, so that's perfectly normal. All right, so we're gonna just go there. There we go, and we've knocked down the Rift Stalker. All right, that's brilliant right there. How long did that take? Jesus, that actually took quite a while. Okay, sorry about that. So what we're gonna do now is, and of course we did that without any use of tonics and the like. So I'm just gonna show you that there. Once the window pops off, there you go, no tonics were used. We're going to open up the supply crate and we're going to just shift over. So take it over. Okay, so this is the Asian robot version of the build. Right, so when you're running the Asian robot style, we'll just go to a quill shot because it's there. The first and most important thing that you want to understand is that you are running Bastion in place of Iceborne. All right, and I'll explain the build at the very end so that we don't waste time. Basically, what you want to do here, all right, and of course the build link is in the description of the video, so you don't have to worry about that. By using the plus 3 energized, right, you're still benefiting from the increased rate of energy gain, which is really, really good. And at the same time, you've got Bastion to back you up. So you can slam down, still get part breaks, and do massive damage to the behemoth. Alright, you can do all of that while healing up from the Mending Blade Core in case you get in trouble. So that's why I really like this one, because if you do take damage to your hit points directly, alright, you don't have to feel like you can't recover yourself. Alright, so don't feel too bad about that. And as your stamina drains, for example, you get shell shocked or whatever, as your stamina drains, you're going to deal even more damage to the behemoth. So you're basically in a really, really good position right there. Oh, there. All right. And if you keep parrying now, you don't have any other means of recovery other than attacking the behemoth through your... oh, it's dead already. All right. That took about half the time, and for something that was about 2 levels higher. So honestly, if you want to run something, you can run the Asian robot version. Like, this is how to build a proper build, because you don't really need part damage. Now, if you do want part damage on this, right, one of the best ways that you can do that, I'm going to show you that right now. Although I can't edit anything, you know, or change the gear. Do you see where the Berserker cells are? You can swap these for sharpened if you need to lower your damage and break more parts. You can actually do that and you'll be perfectly fine. And if you want more attack speed, you can go for Assassin's Frenzy in place of one of the adrenaline cells. You would lower your overall output, but you'd actually still do fairly well. And if you don't like energized, right, you can go for Zeal here. Again, up to you, but like I wouldn't change that. I'll just keep it as energized. All right, so I hope that information helps. Again, sorry about the camera shaking. I'm really going to work on that as soon as I possibly can. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And by the time you see this video, it'll probably be late at night. I'm actually filming it during the day. Thank you so much. The thank you scenes for our top channel members will be coming back next week. I'm still not fully set up, but those and the thank yous for top donators will all come back next week, so look forward to that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, if you want to trust the information on Reddit, you can, but most of the time, they don't know what they're talking about, and we can do what they do, but better. So I would just recommend following Asian Robot builds. I'll happily dissect and prove any of them wrong. Have fun, and see you in the game.